Hi everyone, welcome to Control Alt Craft, Rose with you, and today we have another Animal Crossing speed build. So I did receive some feedback on the last one I uploaded. The last one I uploaded was in the middle of a very stressful time for me, and so I didn't do any audio or video recording of me over the top. But partly it was like something I wanted to trial for a little while, so I thought, you know what, if I trial it now while I don't have the time to do anything else and get some feedback, that's probably a good thing. So I did exactly that. I uploaded a speed build without any voiceover, and the feedback I got was, no, we actually like listening to you. So thank you for that feedback, and shout out to regular commenters Ren and D, both of whom I love very dearly and regularly comment on my stuff here on YouTube and make me feel very loved. So thank you guys. But I've been told that the life updates are good and that you like them, so that's what I will continue to do. So today we have a little speed build of Julia's little guitar woodland getaway. The idea was to make her a little secluded cottage in the woods where she could play guitar to her heart's content without disturbing anyone. And I really like the cute, almost cottagecore aesthetic of this place. I did go through several iterations of what I wanted it to look like at the beginning here. I did struggle. I think most of this speed build is me figuring out what flooring, what wallpaper, what vibe I wanted to go with this build. But in the end, I went like a cottagecore vibe, and I think it worked well. I think it did work well. My favorite part though is, as always, usually the outside, but of course we'll see that towards the end of the build. So, life updates, let's see. Life has been interesting. I am having to move back home to my family, because the cost of living is increasing and renting where I am sucks because, you know, of reasons that I've sort of loosely explained before and I've explained on stream, but I don't really feel like explaining here. So I'm moving back in with my parents, which is kind of the big stressful thing going on at the moment. So things that are happening are like I'm selling like a whole bunch of my life. I've been doing a massive spring clean this past week, and I threw out so far 7 full garbage bags of just crap that I own. Like, I own so much stuff I don't use. So I have evoked the Marie Kondo within me, and I've gone, this one does not spark joy, it goes in the bin. And that has sort of been my week. I've been doing a cleansing of sorts, and with that has come a lot of emotional cleansing and baggage that I have released. A good example of that is a few years ago I was engaged, and I had bought a wedding dress. It's a unconventional wedding dress. It's not a traditional wedding dress. So I bought this wedding dress, I was gonna marry this guy, it all fell through, he left, and I just kind of went, well, I will keep the dress because it's kind of cool, maybe I'll wear it to parties and things like that. And so I've held on to this dress for years now. And it only just occurred to me the other day that I don't like the idea of holding on to that dress. Like, this whole time I've been like, oh, it's a wastage thing. I don't want to waste this beautiful dress. But it just occurred to me the other day. I was like, no. I bought that dress to marry another man. So I'm never going to wear it to marry my future husband, nor am I going to really want to wear it to a party because it's a bit too dressy-uppy for like a party. There's really no situation in which I would really wear it. So I've been holding on to it for what? Like, for nothing. And then I realized that with that, I think part of me was holding on to a lot of emotional baggage with it as well. And by throwing out the dress, well, donating it. When I say throwing out, I chuck it in garbage bags, but then I donate those garbage bags to like Lifeline or whatever. So don't panic, I'm not just throwing it in the bin, but throwing it out. by throwing it out, it's sort of like throwing out that emotional baggage with it. And so I've been doing not just like a cleansing of my home, but like a cleansing of my life as well, like of my emotional and spiritual well-being. And I gotta say, it's kind of weird and kind of surreal. But I feel like only good things can come from me getting rid of that dress. I don't know why, just that's how I feel. So yeah, like I'm keeping all of my nerdy stuff. None of this is gonna go, my beautiful collected items. Oh my gosh, there's a gecko. Well, something just fell and there's a gecko on my, can I show you? Now you're getting a peek into my life. Oh, he ran off. He's hiding on the other side of that. Look, come here. Come on. There he is. Anyway, that's just wrecked the whole recording and I apologize. And now you've seen behind the scenes in my life. I don't like that there's a gecko. Oh, I don't like... Look, geckos are fine. I'm just gonna black out the screen for this part of the recording so that you don't have to see me fiddling around with the gecko and the lighting and the camera. Oh, what have I done? Just because of this bloody gecko, I've wrecked everything. Hold the phone. I'll be back. That's not right. Is that right? I mean, it's not the way it was before. But I'm back. I don't like geckos. I like to think I have an agreement with geckos where it's like, you can live in my house if you eat all the cockroaches and spiders for me. And then they live in my house and they don't do that. And I end up having to deal with all the geckos, sorry, with all the spiders and the cockroaches. And it's like, I see a gecko on the wall. It's like, bro, I thought we had a deal. You live here and deal with the things I don't want to deal with and I leave you alone. Oh, I hate that just dropped from the ceiling. Ooh. Oh, it's not every day that happens on camera. Oh dear. We are now working on the outside of the build. The good thing about moving home is that my father will deal with all the cockroaches, spiders, and geckos for me, which would be quite nice. Anyway, the outside of the build. The outside of the build is trying to sort of emulate this idea that she lives in the middle of nowhere. So that way she can like just play her heart out and disturb no one. Which I think would be, and I think I put the little gyroids around where she would play as well as a way of being like, maybe she's got some like timekeeping instruments, you know, and things like that would just sort of add to the vibe when she's playing. But yeah, I think it's pretty cute. The other thing I did here that I haven't done in a build yet is I took the little pine cones that you normally pick up off the ground. There they are, right there. And then I popped them around, all around, and it actually looks really good. I've not done that before, but I'm actually really happy with how that looked. So I may do that again in the future. Because yeah, it just adds to that whole woodland vibe. I do like it a lot. Well, we are entering now into the sort of overview. As you can see, this is Julia. I didn't really take Julia to be like a cottagecore kind of gal. I think she's a bit too bohemian for it, so perhaps she doesn't suit it. I did have to change her clothes to try and get her to somewhat fit in with the vibe that I went for, but I think she would suit something a bit more bohemian. Maybe I try that next time. Maybe I do like I should do like a 60s vibe house. That could be cool. Ooh, maybe I'll do that. I'm getting ideas now. Anyway, there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Like for the gecko at the very least. And I'll see you all next time. Bye!